her up and threw her to the
Thank you, Daddy. Okay, we're done with ship's guys. Sorry about that. Pick this way. Oh God! I'm trying to put my seatbelt on. I'm on a car. Ever since I hit the CDU. I'm just gonna be like a silent one this time, okay?
Against bringing charges against Clinton and her aides.
Now that the primary election is over, the
I'm just gonna be like trying to understand identity a lot.
Murphy has in some cases exaggerated his experience.
The National Republican Senatorial Committee cited Democratic candidate Congressman Patrick Murphy for embellishing his resume. And a new Murphy ad showing children playing Marco Polo in a swimming pool into the incumbent Republican Marco Rubio for not showing up to work in the Senate.
I'm Patrick Murphy. Solving problems means showing up.
The ad ends showing one boy sneaking out of the pool, leaving the other boy alone. The ad wars are on. Ken Tyndall, News 96.5 WDBO.
President Obama holding a press conference this morning as he wrapped up his visit to Laos for a meeting of Southeast Asian leaders. The president discounted Donald Trump's claim that China humiliated him by not rolling out a red carpet when Air Force One landed there last week.
As far as Mr. Trump, I think I've already offered my opinion. I don't think the guy's qualified to be president of the United States. And every time he speaks, that opinion is confirmed.
The president travels next to Japan on his way back from his last Asian visit as president.
Green Party presidential candidate Jill Stein is wanted in North Dakota. Criminal trespass and mischief charges were filed yesterday. Court documents say Stein is seen on a video spray painting "I approve this message" on a piece of heavy equipment at a construction site. Several hundred people protested at the Bakken oil pipeline last week.
Congressman David Jolly brought a jar full of mosquitoes to the floor of the U.S. House to make a point about Zika funding.
Eyes were widened for sure as Jolly explained what was in that sealed jar in his right hand.
I rise today to talk about Zika. And I rise with about 100 mosquitoes straight from Florida.
He slammed Congress for not passing a bill to fight Zika.
Can you imagine, colleagues, the fear and anxiety in this chamber if these 100 mosquitoes were outside this jar, not inside this jar? Members of Congress would run down the hall to the physician's office to be tested.
In all, almost 60 domestic cases have been confirmed in Florida. Joe Bull, News 96.5 WDBO.
The Paralympics kicked off in Rio with opening ceremonies yesterday. Julia Carneiro was at the stadium.
There was a very strong moment where a big heart was lit in the middle of the field. And right after that, a loud heartbeat sounded in the speakers, so making the whole stadium pulse with that heartbeat. This comes, of course, after weeks of concerns over how the games would be here in Rio after budget cuts and very low ticket sales in the beginning.
The theme of the opening for the 2016 games was inclusion.
And a new study says Facebook can bring you as much happiness as getting married or having a baby. Researchers at Carnegie Mellon University saw a boost in Facebook users' feelings of well-being when social media friends posted comments or sent them messages. 60 Facebook comments a month were linked to people reporting the same kind of satisfaction as when they experienced major life events.
Good morning, it's 8:08. You're listening to our 8 a.m. expanded news feed, part of Orlando's Morning News with Joe Kelly. Updated weather and traffic every 6 minutes. Our chief meteorologist, Tom Terry, takes a look at that 5-day forecast.
Soak in some 60s in parts of the area early this morning, Joe. Of course, we continue to lose daylight. We have just about 12 and a half hours of daylight today. Another couple of months when we hit the end of daylight saving time, which will be on November the 6th, we'll be down to less than 11 hours of daylight. And, of course, we'll get dark sooner at around 5:30 p.m. So generally temperatures are going to be going down, but not today. We'll start out with some upper 60s, a high near 90. Mostly a dry day today. Tomorrow, a few showers in the afternoon, a high 92. And we're up to about a scattered shower chance, 30% coverage for Saturday, Sunday, and through Monday of next week. And we're just a couple days away from the peak of the hurricane season. Nothing brewing close to home. The extended 5-day forecast 4 times an hour from WFTV Severe Weather Center 9. I'm Chief Meteorologist Tom Terry.
Tom, now it is sunny. It is so gorgeous this morning. This is perfect. as Tom likes to call it, the Chamber of Commerce weather this morning. 72, low humidity at Orlando's severe weather station. Safe touch security, triple team traffic.
Yeah, just seeing the typical delays for I-4 eastbound at this time, slowing up the Orange Blossom Trail to Ivanhoe, about 11 minutes to get through that. I-4 westbound slow at 434, 436, 408, and then on the approach to the Turnpike. Crash on State Road 528 westbound approaching State Road 520 at mile marker 35. Left lane blocked, a 3-mile delay. You can take State Road 54, State Road 520 as your alternate to get around that. And a crash in Orange County on a Poplar Island Road just north of Conroy Windermere Road. Halifax Health Hospice has been providing extraordinary care to those affected with illnesses in their families since 1979. For more information, call 1-800-272-2717. Halifax Health Hospice, now caring for Orange and Osceola counties. With traffic alerts every 6 minutes in the morning, we're helping you get to work on time.
Good morning, it's 8:10 now at Orlando's Morning News. Our 8 a.m. expanded news feed. Tim Tebow has been signed now with the New York Mets with one of their minor league teams. So congratulations to Tim Tebow. Counts as an outstanding human being and great NFL, but maybe it'll work out for him in the MLB. It's 8:10 now. You just missed this a few minutes ago. Let me tell you what just happened on MSNBC. If you want to hear what it sounds like for someone's political hopes to be completely eviscerated on live TV, Libertarian presidential candidate Gary Johnson was on MSNBC's Morning Joe. He was being asked a series of questions by Mike Barnacle, who is a newspaper journalist. And Gary Johnson was asked about Aleppo and was stumped by Aleppo. Here is the incredibly difficult to listen to. I'll warn you, if you have children in the car, this is graphic. This is brutal, as Gary Johnson has no idea what Aleppo is.
What would you do if you were elected about Aleppo? About Aleppo. And what is Aleppo? You're kidding. No. Aleppo is in Syria. It's the center of the refugee crisis. Okay, got it. Okay. Well, with regard to Syria, I do think that it's a mess. I think that the only way we deal with Syria is to join hands with Russia to diplomatically bring that to an end.
There are two things that are trending right now on Twitter. There are two things that are making their way around on Twitter right now, and I've just discussed both of those. One is Tim Tebow signing with the New York Mets, and the other is Gary Johnson saying, "No, I'm not kidding. I have no idea what Aleppo is." And it's not one of those gotcha questions where they ask you something obscure for the express point of embarrassing you. Aleppo is actually something that the average person, I mean, if you're in the break room today getting a cup of coffee, at the proverbial water bottle today, getting some water, and you just ask your average coworker, "Hey, do you know what Aleppo is?" Odds are real good that they're going to at least have a vague understanding of what Aleppo is. Something bad. It's a city, at least, right? It's a city somewhere. It's in some war-torn area. But in this particular case, he literally had no idea what Aleppo was. You can share your reaction with us this morning. Use the open mic and the new WDBO app. Also, of course, we're following the presidential campaign trail for you. We're down to just 60 days. 60 days left. And last night was the big Commander-in-Chief forum on NBC.
Daddy, how many points does Trump have?
And very unstable. The decision to go to war in Iraq was a mistake. Under the leadership of Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton, the generals have been reduced to rubble. By voting to give President Trump that authority was my mistake. President Obama and Hillary Clinton have also overseen deep threats to our military. Classified material is designated. It is marked. If she can't remember such crucial events, honestly, she's totally unfit to be our commander-in-chief.
This is Clark Howard. I'm the guy who helps you keep more of the money you make. You're listening to the 8 a.m. expanded news feed on News 96.5 WDBO.
I'm Samantha Jordan.
And I'm Josh Miranda. Police in Chicago are now offering a $1,000 reward for the arrest of two men who robbed and shot a 71-year-old man who was just watering his lawn. Surveillance video in the neighborhood captured that attack. The two men rode up on bikes, took the victim's wallet, and then shot him in the stomach before riding away. The victim is listed in fair condition. You can see that video in the News 96.5 WVDO app.
About a gift that Donald Trump gave to Florida's Attorney General.
Earlier this week, Trump dismissed questions about a $25,000 contribution he made to a group connected to Pam Bondi. It was made in 2013 when Bondi was considering a fraud investigation against Trump University. Trump's campaign recently confirmed a $2,500 fine had been paid over the donation. A Huffington Post report notes that the following year, Trump held a re-election fundraiser for Bondi at his Palm Beach resort, and the Attorney General did not pursue legal action. Tony Marino, News 96.5 WDBO.
Good morning, it's 8:14. You're listening to Orlando's Morning News. Team coverage of weather and traffic every 6 minutes.
It's going to be a nice day today. A slight chance of a storm by this afternoon, about a 20% chance. Highs running near 90 degrees. Then for tonight, we'll dip back into the mid-70s. So it is going to be a touch warmer tonight under mostly clear skies. And for Friday, highs around 90 again with a 30% chance of an afternoon storm. From Channel 9, I'm meteorologist Brian Shield.
Brian, now it is sunny and nice. Low humidity, low temps, 73 at Orlando's severe weather station. Safe touch security, triple team traffic.
Seeing your typical delays on I-4 eastbound slow from the Orange Blocks Central to Ivanhoe, about 12 minutes to get through that. I-4 eastbound slow at 434, 436 at 408 and approaching the Turnpike. Had a crash on State Road 520.
What do you expect? To me to be the best? No one's perfect. Practice makes permanent though. Practicing.
That's a nice truck.
Bye, Spikies. See you next time. Bye.